Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Lucid9. So, last episode we had a talk with a Dom father, teacher, counselor kind of guy, whatever he is, who is, by the way, totally not evil. I swear to God he's not evil. And we did some track club advertising, which apparently even worked, to everyone's surprise. And now we're going to GFC, which is, I suppose, I don't know, the company that is owned by General Bandas or something. Something that sounds close to Colonel Sanders, I suppose. Because parody and stuff. So, let's continue, shall we? I only chuckle to myself as I catch up. Well, I could have read that sentence last episode. As we make our way to the lively shopping area a few blocks away from campus, a couple of details catch my attention. There's endless posters and billboards plastered with faces of politicians with broad, candid smiles, proclaiming in bold letters, "Back to prosperity! The recession is over!" and "Do more with more!" What? Okay, back to prosperity. Okay. The recession is over. Okay. Do more with more? What if I don't have more? Like, what kind of political campaign is that? So basically, if you don't have more, you're screwed? Up on scrolling tablets and giant projected screens. That is normal. There's the smoker and his buddy, the random drunkard, the group of tourists clutching electronic pamphlets titled, "Welcome to the glorious metropolis of Isamu. We're totally not North Korea, but we're also glorious," while taking pictures in front of every possible location. And most of all, the ordinary Isamuite, power walking down sideways. Sorry, I'm still confused by the word Isamuite. I know a habitant of Isamu, but Isamuite, that sounds kinda wrong. Power walking down sidewalks with resumes clutched in their hopeful hands. That is also normal. Everything is normal. Completely normal. So, why do I feel so uneasy? Maybe it's the skyscrapers. I've never liked them. They're too tall, and I always get the impression that they're watching me. Not the biggest fan of skyscrapers too, to be honest. Like, I don't know, they make everything seem so cold. And it's hard to describe. Maybe it's just because I'm like a small town guy, and I wasn't brought up in the city or anything. Not like Guardians either. Not some benevolent force that is watching over the city. More like staring, waiting for the right moment to strike. And then there's the smog, the terrible, musky pollution that sits on my skin like a coat of hard mud. Every breath is disgusting, but every breath is necessary. I hate this city. I really, really do. Too bad that there's nothing better. Not really. Too bad that Isamu has always been the best, if not only, option. So, some politic talks? Oh no, you don't inform me about how your Isamu glorious North Korea thing works. No. God damn it. Don't tease me, game. I don't like being teased. Pay attention, you idiot. I'm startled out of my thoughts by Masato grabbing my arm and yanking me out of the street. Do you not see the red light? Red means stop. And stop means your velocity reaches 0. You could have been run over by a truck. Despite myself, I'm touched by their concern. I'm fine. Let's go. After eyeing me for a long moment, Yaiko shrugs and bounds to GFC's automatic doors, activating the motion sensor with a flourish. Ladies first. Lady? Where? Right here. She slaps a hand on my shoulder with a cheery grin. Oh, good one. You mean, you must have been a girl all this time? Oh, heavens no. That would be really awkward. Why? Let's go have some chicken. Boy, I'm so hungry. Fried chicken. Whatever is supposed to mean. She quickly skips into GFC, leaving Masato thoroughly bewildered. I don't get it. Why is it awkward? Beats me. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea, but there's no way I'm bringing it up. So, I thought this was just about general haha, he's, I don't know, in reality a girl. But apparently there's some story behind this. Okay. Look, are we having chicken or not? Course we are. What do you take me for? Well, good thing that neither he nor Yahiko are very perceptive. Without further ado, we enter GFC. Is that supposed to mean like she has like interest in him? Like she's kinda in love with him, maybe? I don't know. General Fried Chicken. Hey! Called the General. Not bad. Has always been a favorite of students from the academy. It is fast, it is cheap, and it is within walking distance. It's also pretty nice, considering that it's a fast food outlet. The tables are clean, the walls are lined with cushioned booths, and the red and beige paint slathered on the walls seems fresh and pristine. Although GFC is usually way too expensive for a fast food place, at least in Germany. For some, the smell of heavy grease and oil is overbearing. For us, it's the smell of pure heaven. Ah, this place smells like death. Well, most of us. Weren't you the one who was in such a hurry to come? Fried chicken. Shut up. After we order and pick up our chicken, we slip into the nearest booth. Masato riffles through his wallet, a frown crossing his lips. Damn, this stuff is cocky. No, stuff's cocky. What? I don't think that is actually English. I have no clue what he just said. What? Thankfully, no one else seems to know either. Masato is slightly startled, as if he hadn't noticed that we were there. Nothing. So, how was class? That is pretty suspicious, but we all decide to let it pass. We're nice like that. So in the end, he has no money, right? Pretty good, but I don't know anyone in my class. What? Are they giving you a hard time? What? Nothing like that. It's just, you know, you guys are a year older, and Akira is in a different class this year. Bah, I am sure you'll make truckloads of friends. Yeah, you're almost as charming as me, but only almost. Thanks, guys. Despite the cheery exchange, I noticed that there is a shadow to Rui's eyes. She definitely should have a lot of friends. She's likable, warm, fun, and talented, but for reasons unknown, chooses to spend most of her time with me, the useless cynic, and Akira, an optimist with a few screws loose. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who was thinking that after the whole he signed the paper with his blood thing. I've always wanted to ask why, but a small part of me is afraid that the moment I bring it up, she'll realize it and leave. No, I need to do this. It's the least I can do. Why don't you hang out with your classmates? The words come out a lot harsher than I intended. Oh, excuse me. Why don't you hang out with your classmates? But Rui doesn't even seem to be offended. Her expression darkens, but it's one of anger, not hurt. I don't want to hang around people like them. I think there is a with missing somewhere. Why not? They're a bunch of fakes. All they do is judge me, or the others in class, or even one another. They're not outright mean, but I don't like it when people talk behind my back. Girl, you know what? You already conquered my heart. Goddamn, there is nothing worse. Like, I can live with outright hostility. But there is nothing worse than people talking bad behind your back and laughing friendly in your face when you're standing in front of them. Like, what are you supposed to do with bitch behavior like that, really? That's just so like so below me, you know? That's just so much below me that I'm like, oh, you sad human being. And they pick on this shy girl in our class for no reason. It's stupid. You really hate them, do you? Don't you? Whoops. Not really, but we don't get along. She picks idly at her chicken. The air feels somber and heavy. Hey, you know what we need? A competition. Now is not the time to be bringing up competitions, Masato. Actually, that's a good idea. Really? Wait, what? She's never said that before. Generally because Masato's never come up with any good ideas. But I thought he was so smart. Huh. Maybe he's smart and an idiot at the same time. Miraculously. However that works. I'll have to sit this one out, or it won't even be a contest. So, you and me, Yama? No thanks. You don't even know what it is. Fine. What is it? Who can eat the most triple S's in the shortest amount of time? No thanks. Hey! The triple S hot wings is GFC's most infamous menu item. An order of blindingly spicy wings. I hate spicy food. I don't particularly feel like disabling my mouth forever. For forever, right? Can you say that? Probably not. Thanks. Rui wants to watch. I glance at Rui. The prospect of watching a competition does seem appealing to her. Probably because she can make fun of the stupidity of it all. Well, if it will cheer up Rui... Gosh, I need serious help. Fine. You're paying though. Never fear. The generous Yahiko Ikari shall bestow you with the necessary funds. He shells some cash to Masato, who takes it with a nod of thanks. Boys, this will be fun. For me. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Why not? You mean, why wouldn't I want to participate in a competition that could potentially ruin my mouth and traumatize me forever? Yeah, exactly. This guy. Sometimes I wonder if he's trying to be this, well, stupid. Actually, when I was in school, I once ate a pepper. I don't know what kind of pepper it was, so I can't be bragging these days like, oh man, yeah, I ate a ghost pepper or something. That is like actually the worst part about it. But whatever pepper it was so horrible afterwards. Like, I was given the pepper and I was told, don't eat it whole, and I was, what do you mean, don't eat it whole? And I ate the whole thing. And then in math class, I was basically dying on my chair. Like, the worst part is not even that it is super hot. My stomach was like literally dying. Like, everything felt wrong inside of me. And I don't know, this was like the worst experience of all time. And also I found out why in cartoons when they eat spicy stuff always fire comes out of their ears. Like when you eat something really spicy, it actually feels like your ears are burning from inside. Like I never need to experience something like this ever again. Yeah. Masato returns and slides 2 platters of triple S hot wings to the center of the table. Now remember, every good competition needs a good audience. Let me hear it for Team Kurogane. Woo! Hey, Rui, why ain't you cheering? Huh? In character as an audience member who's cheering for Yama. Tch, you and your drama club. Fine, give it up for Team Mishimoto. Okay, I can't yell that loud, but yeah! Everyone in the restaurant drops into silence and stares at us. I elbow her in the ribs, feeling a flush creep up my cheeks. Stop that! What? I'm in character. Sure you are. Okay, whatever. Let's get going. We lean forward, hands just a hair away from the tray as Rui looks on with an expectant smile. 3, 2, 1, go! Masato immediately starts shoveling hot wings into his mouth, but I take a few moments to gather myself before I take a bite. The chicken seems to explode in my mouth, sending streaks of fire down my tongue. I cough violently and gulp down some water. Doesn't help, you need milk. That was a terrible idea. Woohoo! You mustn't fail me, marvelous minion. Oh, everyone is actually watching. Hey, you gotta cheer for Yama, or this isn't any fun. But now that I've noticed, it's kind of embarrassing. Gee, thanks. It's not like I'm doing this for you or anything. Grimacing, I shove the remainder of the wing into my mouth and spit it out. The meat burns down my esophagus and simmers in my stomach. Come on! Yama needs his cheering squad! Rip, rip, ree! Kick him in the knee! Rip, rip, ras! Kick him in the other knee! Go, Sato, go! Go, Sato, go! Or go, Sato, I don't know. Masato spits out his bones on the platter. 3 wings down already, and I've just started my second. For some reason, shit. We have no time to read on. Woo, you got this, you're beating him. Ice cream soda, banana split. We think your team's full of shit to the left. Shift to the left, shift to the right. What? Ah, okay, shift instead of shit, I get it. Fighto, fighto! I am not even following what I'm reading anymore. As she finished her chant and quickly turns away to hide her embarrassment, I barely worked through one more mouthful of fried chicken before giving up. There has to be another way. Yeah, fifth wing down. Keep going. Go, Yama? My eyes land on an innocuous packet sticking from beneath the chicken bucket. GFC hot sauce. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. While Masato reaches for a sixth wing, I surreptitiously rip the end off the hot sauce packet and squirt it over his platter. He only smirks at me. Ha! Gonna take more than a little ketchup to win. He bites triumphantly into the wing. Oh, that is no ketchup. He freezes. I swear that steam is coming out of his ears. It's GFC's signature hot sauce. Ah, hot! Hot, hot, hot! A desperate Masato launches out of the booth and sprints to the soda machine. Wait, that was cheating! And no, that was intelligent and now he won by default. That is how the real world works. You're welcome for seeing that before you get out of school. Is it cheating if there weren't any rules in the first place? Either way, it was pretty dirty. Poor Masato. She looks pointedly at Masato, who is slowly dragging himself back into the booth while chugging a huge cup of water. I feel a slight tinge of guilt at his suffering, but Rui's obviously improved mood makes it worth it. This ain't the end. He keels over the table, somehow managing to continue drinking from his cup. Oh, that reminds me of the latest episode of Gova Merger. Whatever that is, or Gova Mecha. Whatever that is supposed to mean. Is that again like a code name like GFC? Of what? You mean you haven't heard of Gova Mecha? Do you have to tell so loudly? Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't been kicked out for causing a public disturbance yet. But one cannot help but yell at the epicness of Gova Mecha. Okay, fine. What is it? It's this web series that a couple of my hallmates made. Remember? Over the summer? Oh yeah, I saw you running around wearing a long blonde wig or something. Great. That's a mental image I'm not getting out of my head anytime soon. Yeah, it's about the President of the United States. Well, it's called Akirema in our web series. Isn't that clever? Yeah, super clever. Fighting other politicians to defend his country. Nearly as clever as General Fried Chicken. So, it's like a political drama? No way, dude, that is boring. Like House of Cards, get out of here. They battle it out in giant robots. The president is red, white, and blue. It even has an eagle motif and everything. That sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh man, then you didn't hear many stupid things, my friend. That sounds like the coolest thing I've ever heard. Is he for real? Of course, I'm headlining the main event. I'm the president's aide. If you're the president's aide, you're a side character. You are not the lead. Huh. Really? Well, I for one am proud of you. You finally found your calling. Being a background character. I know, right? I'm going to be a star. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the physical manifestation of the saying, ignorance is bliss. Well, there is an Oscar for side characters. Or I don't know how you call that in English. I really don't know how you call that in English, that Oscar. Huh. Episodes are all up on the website. Just search the title Gova Mecha and you're all set. We'll have to check it out, so we don't. Are you serious? How else will I know how to viciously badmouth it? That is a good point, though. I can't decide whether to be offended or be impressed. Why not both? Hey, you two listening? Sorry, what? I was just saying that I gotta go back. I briefly check my phone. 6:10 p.m. Almost Masato's curfew. Yeah, he has this thing where he goes to bed at 9:30 sharp every night. Just one more way that he's completely crazy. Disciplined, but crazy. Still, it's best to honor that. The only thing worse than a normal Masato trying to drag me into drag is a grumpy Masato trying to drag me into drag. Track, not drag. Whoops. Well, that was not correct. Then let's go. We head out of the restaurant and back to the academy right as the sun starts to set. It's kind of a ritual to walk with him, even though I don't live at the dorms anymore. I live at an apartment within walking distance. Why in the hell would you do that? You're a student. Are your parents super rich? I thought they have a restaurant. But since there's nothing and no one waiting for me at my apartment, I kind of just go wherever they go. Maybe it's because our stomachs are full, but we're completely silent on the way back. It's a comfortable silence, but still silence, and that means thinking. Overthinking, unfortunately. I almost jump as I see a group of 3 policemen race by on the opposite side of the street. Approaching sirens, piercing the air with their incessant wailing, direct our attention to... Oh no. Whoa. A wave of nausea washes over me. The front of a city bus is crumpled against the back of a pickup truck. Thin trails of smoke mix with a pungent smell of burnt rubber and scrap metal. The scene is surrounded by a unit of police cars and a fire truck, along with a crowd of shaken people along the sidewalk. How awful. At least they all look okay. How do you know? Oh well. We can't do anything about it. Let's go. Masato and Yahiko nod hesitantly, but Rui only stares thoughtfully at me. I stare at her. She tilts her hat. I shrug. This seems to help her come to a decision, as she suddenly turns to Masato and Yahiko with a very convincing smile. Hey, Masato, Yahiko, why don't you guys head on back? I got something to do really quick. Masato opens his mouth, clearly confused, but Yahiko elbows him on the side and shakes his head ever so slightly. What? Say, we'd better get back before your curfew. Hold your horses, I was gonna ask. Come along, peasant. Your king commands it. With a final wave, Yahiko drags Masato down the street. Rui turns her attention to me. I'm inviting myself over. To Yama. And what was up with the bus? Do you have like a dramatic backstory where your parents died in an accident or something? That's what friends are for. Despite the smirk on her face, I catch her glancing at the ruined bus. I can't find it in me to argue with her. Sure, I guess. We switch our route to a different street, remaining silent as we pass by 3 more police officers. We reach Maya's apartments without much difficulty. It's a pretty decent place at a low price. A lot of academy students are known to live here due to its close proximity to the campus. That actually looks like pretty modern, and also like there's a lot of room. And hey, they even have like the climber thing. Like, what do you call it again in English? Ah, the thing that makes your room hot or cold. Yay, yay me, go, go. Man, do a lot of students live here? Yeah, why? Well, what if someone sees us? I don't want them to get the wrong idea. I feel a little uneasy as I remove my shoes. Judging from the blush on her face, it's less that she's worried about her ruined reputation and more that she's trying to cover up certain feelings. Feelings that I'm not ready to deal with. Oh, so it's really about her being in love with him, but he not gonna be ready. Oh, come on. Well, I guess if you're not in love, you're not in love, but come on, she's good. I decided she's good. You better take her. Don't worry, I'm sure they just think you're one of my guy friends. I don't even look like a boy. I only smirk at her as I flop on the sofa. This is the place I know as home sweet home. Simple furniture, random pieces of clothing here and there, and a basic kitchen crammed into the corner. Not too fancy, but not shabby in the slightest. Comfortable. Rui doesn't seem to feel the same way. She gives everything a disapproving look as she proceeds through the apartment. I think this place has gotten messier. So sue me. Can I actually? No. She looks over me for a moment and something in her expression shifts. So, that bus. I sigh noisily and close my eyes. Can we talk about something else? You hungry? Huh? I can make some omelets. Isn't that a breakfast food? Instead of replying, I just hear the rhythmic patter of footsteps against the carpet. In just a few minutes, there's the clack-clack of a knife against the chopping board, the gentle slice of oil in a frying pan, and the tick-tick-tack of chopsticks sweeping against a barrel of eggs. A heavenly aroma rises in the air. Rui? At the lack of response, I open my eyes. It takes a little effort, but I manage to pull myself up and head to the kitchen. Rui, I stop short. The first real picture we get. Well, at least kitchens in 2018, or when was this supposed to be? I think 2018. Look pretty similar. I mean, that makes sense, but I'm just saying. Rui's zeroed in on the stove, sprinkling ham and cheese over a bubbling layer of egg and humming a catchy little tune. The apron tied around her waist should be way too big for her, but somehow it looks perfect. How convenient. Wait, this is Rui. Rui Hayata. Get a grip, Yama. Get a grip, No, it's too late. Wasn't he like a second ago that he's not ready yet for something like this, and now he's fantasizing about it? Okay. Welcome home, honey. You must be starving. I prepared dinner just for you. Wow, I'm so lucky for marrying such a wonderful woman. Not to mention adorable. Oh, sweetie, I'm the lucky one. Look at your chiseled jaw, your beautiful eyes. I'm not the one who's a work of art, baby. My God. Well, why don't you have a seat, pumpkin? Dinner's almost served. I simply can't wait to taste your delicious food, Angel. What would you prefer, darling? Dinner? A bath? Or me? Wouldn't be Japan without that line somewhere. Oh, sugar, we both know the answer to that question. In that case, love, the first course will be... your lips. My fist. I immediately jerked back to reality, the terrible vision dissipating into thin air. Well, that escalated quickly. I don't even want to know what would bring such a terrible image to my mind. Rui and me? Married? I shudder on the inside. Not that she's, well, bad or anything. We understand each other more than anyone else. But then we'd have to be in a romantic relationship. And romance in high school is just... well, we could end up losing our friendship entirely. Which would suck. And is 99.9999% likely given my great luck? Oh man. I hate nonsense like this. This is like... sometimes you read stuff like this so often. You read stuff like this so often. Like... am I the only one who thinks that it's really stupid? I mean, if you... now... like, if you have feelings, then do something about it. It's that easy. Like, I'm no master of relationships or something. I'm really not. But, like, that is not that complicated. Like, that is not that complicated. And I know it's probably even harder with a friend that you have for a long time, like a childhood friend and stuff. But you know, you could go like slowly, make slow progress, test the waters if she thinks the same way and stuff like that. And apparently, especially apparently, she thinks the same way. And if your relationship somehow ends, which it probably doesn't, but you know, if, then that is life. And that is coming from the person who can't decide over, like, over simple stuff. Like, I can't decide if I should eat vanilla or chocolate ice cream. But, like, this is even kind of like, do it! You know, the Shia LaBeouf thing. Like, do it! God damn. Maybe I'm just, in something, I tend to overthink some stuff. And in other stuff, sometimes I think I'm a simpleton. Anyway. So, let's end it here and see next time what they're doing together in his apartment. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.